Today on Plant-Based News, we'll learn that vegans may finally be getting legal protection, that plants are good for our bodies and the planet, and that humans are absolute pieces of Hi, it's Emily from the channel Bite Size Vegan, and I'm here for Plant-Based News. Vegans in Canada have called for more protection under human rights law, so they are not asked to do things which conflict with their moral position. In one example, a veterinary student was instructed to put down a healthy dog after she had spayed her, so that she could learn how to euthanize animals. Because going to school to learn how to care for and save the lives of animals should certainly include killing a few unnecessarily, right? Circle of life and all. Though the student was told she had to do this to graduate after intervention from a vegan rights group, she was allowed to adopt the dog instead. The Ontario Human Rights Commission released guidance in December preventing discrimination based on creed, which they say incorporates not only religion but also belief systems that substantially influence a person's identity, worldview, and way of life. You gotta love how we live in a world where you have to fight for the legal protection for not killing someone.
Now that, indeed, is a remarkable piece of information to have at your fingertips.
I keep track of these things.
On February 6, 2016, Seaworld announced that Dart, a 12-year-old Pacific white-sided dolphin, had passed away at Seaworld San Antonio.
The Washington Post reports a dolphin has become the third animal to die in 3 months at Seaworld San Antonio. The 12-year-old white-sided dolphin named Dart follows Una, an orca, and Stella, a beluga whale. A baby beluga also died after being born prematurely last July.
The deaths are just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to SeaWorld's animal mistreatment, though that's little consolation for Dart, who spent all of his short life cooped up in a small tank. The Australian government is proposing to allow the harvest of 370 tons of threatened and endangered hammerhead sharks in a wildlife trade operation. Hammerheads, like all sharks, are essential to the ongoing ecological health of our oceans. The hammerhead shark provides essential checks and balances on our marine ecosystem as apex predators and as a keystone species. One group on the front line of the fight for sharks and our oceans is Sea Shepherd. Their The Shark Cull documentary explores the Western Australia shark cull, exposing the brutal cruelty of the controversial program that took place January 26th through April 30th of 2014. The documentary features an interview with Sharon Burden, mother of Kyle Burden, tragically taken in 2011 by a great white shark, and the captain and crew of the Sea Shepherd vessel, Bruce the Rib. It's the name of the boat. It's kind of weird. In health news, vegetarian and vegan diets improve health and protect against early death from disease, according to a meta-analysis published online in Critical Reviews in Food, Science, and Nutrition. Researchers examined 96 articles comparing vegetarian and vegan diets to omnivorous diets for various risk factors, chronic conditions, and mortality rates. Those following vegetarian and vegan diets had lower weights, total and LDL cholesterol levels, that's the bad kind, and lower glucose levels compared to people following omnivorous diets. In addition, the vegetarians and vegans had lower mortality rates from heart disease and cancer. Sorry, Watch Mojo. Stick with the mindless celebrity top 10s, okay? In grassroots news, the Naturally Vegan Plot, a center for research, demonstration, education, and practical implementation of vegan organic food production and sustainable land use in the UK, has launched a Kickstarter campaign that aims to raise 450 British pounds, about $653 US, by Wednesday, March 9th, 2016. The plot's creator, Elaine Avery, aims to develop large areas of woodland, gardens, edible ponds, and bog gardens, demonstration gardens, and a market garden with produce sales, and a plant nursery. And now let's wrap up this plant-based news with some plant-based news. Researchers have identified plant-based compounds that show real promise in the eradication of persistent, slowly replicating Mycobacterium tuberculosis. The compounds work by disabling a major defense mechanism that drug-resistant TB uses to survive in the human body. TB remains a global epidemic, with India suffering the highest rate of annual infection. It's estimated that 2 million individuals are infected in India each year. Alkaloid-containing plants have been effectively used from ancient times to treat many diseases. So, in closing, stand up for your principles, eat some plants, and leave the animals and nature alone. You'll just muck it up. Now go live vegan, and I'll see you soon. If you watch my videos. Otherwise, it might be a while.